I'm Emily with Show Me Sound. I'm one of the production managers here, and today we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts of dance floor lighting. Most of your wedding lighting is dance floor lighting, so let's make sure you know the proper etiquette. Let's start off strong with some of the do's. First, do consider your venue. You don't want your dance floor too far away from your booth that your lights don't even reach the dance floor. If you do have to place your booth on a stage or a little bit away from the dance floor, just make sure your lighting tech directs the lighting accordingly. If you're still trying to decide where to place your DJ booth, check out our previous video on booth placement. Next, you do want to test your lighting setup. Make sure your lighting tech did a full audit on all of the equipment being used that night. The last thing you want is for a piece of your equipment to go haywire once the dance floor starts. If there are any questions about a shade of a color or a highlighted first dance, make sure you talk with your lighting tech beforehand. Next, you do want to prioritize safety. A clean setup not only looks nice for your guests, but it assures safety across the board. If there's a guest that wants to make a request, make sure they have a clear path to the DJ to do so. Or there's been many times that we've had the couple behind the DJ booth, and you always want to ensure their safety. And always allow enough room for dancing. You don't want to crowd your DJ with all of the equipment surrounding them. And the last do, and the most important, is always use variability. There's many different colors, patterns, and intensities that your lighting tech can use, so you want to make sure they match the mood of what's happening at that moment. You don't want a flashing strobe going off during a slow dance, or a static light whenever there's a big drop. You want to coordinate your lighting with the different segments of your night. Usually a DJ will start off the dance floor with a little bit slower songs, and then he'll pick up the energy throughout the night. So you might want to start with a little slower lighting changes and then increase that strobe effect later on. Dynamic lighting is most effective when used in sync with music. Use different combinations of colors or strobes or different effects. There are so many cool things that you can do with lighting. Make sure you're getting the most use out of the equipment. Talk with your lighting tech and find out how they can enhance your experience. Now, let's talk about what not to do with your dance floor lighting. Don't overlook the transition. Dance floor lighting should start when the dance floor starts. There's absolutely no need for flashing lights during dinner. Ensure a smooth transition from dinner to dancing by gradually adjusting the lighting. And one of the most important parts of the transition is dimming the house lights. So make sure you have someone designated to dim the house lights once that dance floor opens. Once the house lights are dim, then your dance floor lighting can really pop. The next thing, don't ignore timing. Timing is crucial. Make sure your lighting tech is coordinating your lighting transitions with music transitions. Abrupt or untimely changes can fully throw off the vibe that you're trying to achieve. Lighting can fully enhance a song. By timing your lighting effects with the song playing, it truly enhances the dance floor experience. And finally, and what I think is the most important, don't let the lights flash excessively. Make sure your lighting tech is using your flashing lights sparingly. You usually start the dance floor off at a slower pace, so maybe hold off on the strobe effect until you pick that energy back up. You want to save your most exciting lights for the most exciting times on your dance floor. The last thing you want is obnoxious flashing lights while you guys are trying to slow dance on your dance floor. I hope this gave you a little more insight about proper dance floor lighting usage. I know you aren't directly in control of your lighting at your wedding, but hopefully these tips give you a little bit of insight of what to expect from your lighting technician. If you have any other lighting questions you want answered in a future video, feel free to comment below. Peace!